Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're talking about why it is so hard to read. Why your reading suddenly pulls back since you moved abroad. And what secretly breaks at the airport without your notice. Hello and welcome to the Diaspora Confidence Community Meeting. The Diaspora Confidence Community is the community for professionals in the diaspora who want to navigate the diaspora confidently, boldly, loudly. Good morning, lovely. So good to have you here. So the conversation today is that thing that happened to you jappered and then suddenly there's a struggle or you're reading. I want to show you why your reading suddenly put back, why it suddenly took a back seat ever since you moved abroad, and what secretly breaks. There's something that secretly breaks at the airport without your notice, and I want to show it to you. Hey Ivy, you're welcome here. Let's be honest, reading abroad isn't harder because you are lazy. No, it's harder because something quietly shifts the moment you cross borders. So today we're talking about how you can actually identify that thing that shifted and why you're struggling with your reading since you moved abroad. And of course, I'll be showing you how to actually face that. You want to like this live as you join in. You want to hit the subscribe button. You want to share this live with that professional that you know that is abroad, that is struggling with their reading. Hello, Sobre. So good to have you here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you for joining in today. Let's have this conversation. Now, if you are abroad, I understand that it's harder because something shifts the moment you cross borders. Now, you brought your books, but guess what? You left your routine. You traveled abroad, you brought your books with you, but it's as if you left your routine. You carried your motivation, but you lost your system. You arrived with discipline, but your reading habit didn't land with you. Your reading habit didn't land with you. Why? The truth is, habits don't travel, systems do. I need you to write it down for me in this comment section. Habits don't travel, systems do. That's why I said, if you're struggling with your reading since you went abroad, it's because something left, something shifted at the airport. And the truth is that, yes, you were that reader, you could check all your books while you were back at home. Now you went abroad and you're struggling with your reading. It's most likely because what happened is that you traveled with your habit. You do not travel with a system for your reading. Habits don't travel. It is systems that can travel and survive it. Most diaspora professionals struggle, not because they lack time, skill, or interest. You know, you keep saying it. I thought you don't understand it. This diaspora is different. Canada is different. The UK is different. You do not get it. See, reading the US is so hard. It's a difficult situation. I get it. I get it. The truth is that reading system silently breaks in transit. So that's the struggle you're having. Your reading system has broken while you were in transit. So you are struggling with your reading. It's not, so you keep telling yourself, me. I remember I had a conversation with a professional in the diaspora, and she said to me, Coach, I used to be this person who used to check my books. As the year is ending now, I'll be counting and checking out books I've read for the year. But ever since I came to this country, I have not even read one book cover to cover. I cannot find my way out. I don't know how to do it. And I said to her, reading system silently breaks in transit. Now, this is the conversation nobody has actually told us. Nobody is loud about it. Nobody's talking about it. And that's why I've come here today to help you. If you're that professional in the diaspora who keeps struggling, then the conversation today is for you. I want to talk about this habit shift. You know, like I said, habits don't travel a system that shift. So let's now do a shift. We need to move from talking habits, my reading habits. I don't know what happened. I'm failing my reading habit. Let us stop talking about habits. Let us start talking routine. Let's start talking systems. Let's stop talking routine. Let's start talking systems. I need to write this down. The difference between reading consistently and reading occasionally is a system, not a movement. Not a motivation. No. Most of us think that the difference is about motivation or the movement that happened to you. You move from one country to another, and you just feel like, I think it's this movement I made. No, 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 no. The difference between reading consistently and reading occasionally is a system, not a motivation, not even a movement. Not even a movement. Yes, you Japan, yes, you traveled. Yes, motivation fades. So you cannot leave it to motivation because motivation fades. Yes, I get it. Time zone difference is there. Work demands are there. There's now a new social dynamics you're dealing with. I get it. But the truth is that all of this disrupt habits. Boom. That's why you can't find your reading habit anymore. Time zone difference. Social dynamics difference. It will definitely affect your reading habit. It's enough to stall your reading life. It's a lot. You're dealing with a lot. Work demands are there. You're dealing with time zone. You're not working with shift. Working in shift is a totally different system altogether. I get it. And it's making your reading life to stall. I understand. But do you know the truth? The truth is that with all of this happening in your life, without a system, your reading life will continuously stall. I need you to type this for me in the chat section. I'm ready to read daily no matter where I live. I'm ready to read daily no matter where I live. Because now, I want to show you how you can actually do it. But I need you to own it. Write it in the comment section for me. I am ready to read daily no matter where I live. That's how to go. That's how to go. I want to quickly show you what breaks at the airport. So when you're moving from one country to another, I want to show you what breaks at the airport and beyond. So that thing that broke at the airport and that became a struggle for you, let me show it to you. Number one, the environment trap. When you move from one nation to another, there's something called the environment trap. Because the truth is, new surroundings don't cue old habits. I need that to sit in. New surroundings don't cue old habits. So I can get it. The truth is that this new surrounding, this new environment where you're finding yourself, it will not just automatically become a cue for your old habit. No, it won't. No, it won't. So the environment trap will happen to you if you're in the diaspora. It will happen to you. The moment you change the environment, this new environment will not be a cue for supporting your old habits. No, not necessarily. It will not. It will not. That's what breaks at the airport. That's what happened to your reading habit. That's why you don't understand what's going on with you again. There is an environment trap that happened to you. There's an environment trap that happened to you. Number two, the overwhelm trap. The overwhelm trap. If this is hitting you somewhere, I come in peace today. I did not come to hit anybody. I just came to open your eyes to the reality, especially if you're in the diaspora. This is a conversation that we should be having. This is a conversation that we should be having. Number two is the overwhelm trap. Settling in is a lot. I recently had a conversation with Ebo Benja, who just moved from, I think it's from the UK to Canada. And she just went on and talking, and I said, listen, there's something called the overwhelm trap. And after having that conversation with her, she's like, Coach, no wonder I cannot pick up my reading back. And I thought that, okay, let me come and have this conversation with the Aspofidence team today. Because the truth is that settling in, adjusting work, and social pressure will take over. That moment where you're trying to settle in, you're trying to adjust work, there's a social pressure there you have to deal with. All of this is enough to put you in the overwhelmed trap. I need you to understand this. So you're not beating yourself. And part of what I told that book binge, I said, you know what? Don't beat yourself. In fact, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself because it's a real thing. Seasons of life happened. And you're going through a season of relocation. So the environment trap will happen to you when you change environment. When you move, that at the airport, that's the thing that breaks at the airport. That's why you can't find your reading habit, your old reading habit anymore. Environment that trap has held you back. Hello, Jasmine. So good to have you here. Number two is the overwhelm trap. Number 3 is the comparison trap. If you don't know what happened to your reading habit since you went abroad, you may be a victim of the comparison trap. And I will explain. Seeing others succeed makes you feel behind. And you see, that feeling that you are behind can make you feel unmotivated. The pace of success abroad, the things you are seeing, you tend to want to compare yourself. And you're like, and this girl is just 18, or that's talking to me like this. Does this child know I'm 48? For instance. Okay? And all of that. And the truth is that seeing others succeed and you're just seeing all of that thing happening to you in a while, you begin to feel behind. See, if you're that professional that since you went abroad is as if you're feeling like you're behind, I want to talk to you. Calm down. You are not behind. If you don't watch that feeling, that comparison trap that you're going into, it will soon land you in a place of unmotivation. And if you're feeling unmotivated, I'm showing you why. Because here is the truth. The airport, the airport doesn't just land you in a new country, it lands you in a new system. The airport will always land you in a new system. Okay? It will land you in a new system. And if you don't build one, your reading will stop. So for the new place you're finding yourself, you need to now do a new reading system. Thank you for the compliment, Jasmine. Okay? Now, I want to now show you the new reading system that you should use. I call it the diaspora reading system. The diaspora reading system will show you what you can now do in the diaspora. What you can now do in the diaspora can now help you own the diaspora. Okay? So let's build your new reading system. If you're just meeting me, hey, I am Leslie Grace. Okay? My name is Leslie Grace. Jasmine? Yes, my name is Leslie Grace. And my job is I'm a confidence coach. And my job is to help you as busy professionals master confidence madness through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. And yes, I go like Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Fridays 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m. to help you master confidence madness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. So all I talk about is smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking, so that you can master confidence madness, okay? Now, today we're talking about how you can help yourself with your reading if you live in the diaspora. If you moved abroad and you don't understand what your reading habits, then this conversation is for you. All right, now let's talk about the diaspora reading system. 7 smart shifts you can make to become that person who can read and achieve your reading goals even though you're in the diaspora. Here's how to fix it and make reading consistent abroad. Number 1, I need you to write it down. Shift from motivation to system. You have tried motivation, it doesn't work now. You even bought books and you told yourself, I can be motivated, I'll motivate myself. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So shift from motivation to system. Shift from motivation to system. Stop relying on, I feel like reading. No, you can't feel like reading. You can't even tell yourself that, okay, since I just moved abroad, I don't really feel this way. It's okay. I've talked about the environment trap. I've just showed you that. I've showed you the comparison trap. I've just showed you that. These traps are real. So you cannot rely on motivation. No. You need to now move from motivation into a system. How? You need to start scheduling your reading. Just the way you schedule those your shifts, just the way you schedule those meetings in church and all of those meetings that you schedule, you need to now start scheduling your reading. Hello, Podi. So good to have you here. I hope I pronounced your name rightly. You need to now start scheduling your reading. That's the way you can actually succeed with your reading goals in the diaspora. So number 1 is shift from motivation to system. Start scheduling your reading. Start building a system around your reading. That is the way you can actually read better. Number 2, shift from distraction to focus. Shift from distraction to focus. Identity triggers abroad. that you need to pay attention to. Social media, pay attention to it. Fatigue, pay attention to it. Overwork, pay attention to these things. Are you seeing them? Social media, fatigue, overworking. You need to pay attention to them because they can actually move you from the place of distraction to focus. Okay? You have to move from distraction to focus. And so what you can do is that you need to start working on these distractions. Look for a way to neutralize them. If you are the person who social media is holding you bound, is distracting you, is making you think up and down, it's very simple. What can you do? What can you do? It's simple. Find a way. Find a way to put away social media. It's a distraction. And you need to focus. Your reading goal is your focus. You want to achieve it. Then you need to focus. You need to focus. Okay? Number 3, shift from isolation to accountability. Now, when you've done that first shift from motivation to system, the second shift you should make is from distraction to focus. Everything that distracts you, you need to put it out of the way. You want to achieve your reading goals, put away the distraction. Put it away. Then thirdly, now you need to shift from isolation to accountability. Join communities. Join communities. You can't grow in isolation. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. I know the diaspora always gives you this, isolation thingy. So you feel like, I'm alone. I'm just here. There's nobody that is really doing it. There are people that are doing it. In fact, in our community, in the book being just both, we have loads and loads of diasporas. Professionals live in the diaspora, loads and loads of them. So if you're in the diaspora, please don't read alone. Don't read alone. Get yourself in an accountability group. Join communities like the book being just both. Pair support travels with you. That's the good part. So in as much as your reading habit did not travel with you, you can't find it since you traveled, pair support is one thing that can travel with you no matter where you are. No matter where you are. The book being just both has an increasing number of diasporas in that place. So you can actually find somebody in your city, in your town. And the beauty of it is that because you have people who are on the same journey with you, trying to fix their reading habits in the diaspora, you get a system that works. You get a system that works. I've seen nurses, I've seen doctors in the UK who are in the book just both, who are doing the bookie week. Some of them with 5 children, and they are working several shifts daily. They've been able to build a system. So if you're in that kind of community, of course, accountability can make you shift. Number 4, the fourth shift you will make if your reading system failed since you traveled abroad, you need to shift from random to strategic. Stop picking books randomly. Stop picking books because it's the latest book in town. Stop picking books because your friend is reading it. No. Shift from reading and picking books randomly to picking books strategically. Pick books that align. Pick books that align with your growth goals, not your impulse. What areas do you want to grow? What are the areas you're seeking growth? What you need to do now is to start picking books that align with those your growth goals, not just your impulse. Not because somebody said you read this book, help yourself with this book. Is it aligning? One thing you must do as a busy professional is don't fall into the trap of just picking any book and doing anything. No, you can't do that. What are your goals? Read in line with those goals of yours. Number 5, if you want to achieve your reading goals and read better and more in the diaspora, shift from micro bursts to rituals. Listen, you now need to work with rituals. Even if it's a 15-minute ritual that you build. A professional in the diaspora sent me a message yesterday. I want to get the name of the country where she is now. I can't find it. And she said, Coach, all I do is 10 minutes daily. That's all I do. 10 minutes daily. She She said, I've been able to build a ritual of 10 minutes, and it has revolutionized my whole mind and my professional life. So if you're in the diaspora, leave that micro burst of saying, okay, this Christmas we're going to have some break, so I'm going to read 6 books this Christmas. All those things, they don't really work. That's the truth. It's better you have a 10-minute system. It's better you have a 5 minutes, a 20 minutes daily. It will beat that your weekend binge reading plan that you always set. It doesn't work. Do you know that? One of the books I'm going to be releasing for book bingers this year is actually how to read between the shifts. Now, you that works, your work is, you work around the clock, or you like, there's shifts, you work by shifts, right? There's a way for you to read. Even that your busy schedule. Don't worry, I'm creating something for you. Book bingers inspired me to do this, right? Number 6, you need to shift from consumer mindset to creator. So even while you are reading, don't just consume books. No. If you consume books, you won't see the results. You may not see the results. Hello, Sadana. So good to have you here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It is good that you are here today. We go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m. You will love it being here. Shift from consumer to creator. Start taking notes when you read. Start doing a summary when you read. Start applying. Start making your reading actionable, implementable, doable. It's one way that can help you. Number 7, shift from guilt to grace. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how do we create, one of the things I teach in the Book Bingers book is note creation, not note copying. I'm against note copying. You read a book, you're copying what's inside the book. No, create. From that book, create something. From that book, create something. Create your notes. Start from there. Take a plan. Number 7, shift from guilt to grace. Now I understand that you've built a system. You've done a lot with your system. Oh, coach has given us 6 systems. Should you fall? The 7th shift I want to talk about this. Should you fall or fail? Shift from guilt to grace. Let's say that plan you had was a beautiful plan and you missed a day. Restart. It's simple. You know, the beauty about building a system is that systems forgive faster than motivation. I'll say that again. I need you to write it down. Systems forgive faster than motivation. So allow yourself to enjoy grace. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Write this down to yourself. I will build a reading system that travels with me. I will build a reading system that travels with me. A reading system is a system that can forgive you. Let's say you're in the Book Bingers booth. You've built a system around the Book Bingers booth where you're reading every day. It's a system that can forgive you because when you come in someday and you see a professional who was struggling, who has not picked up, you were able to give yourself grace. And the beauty is Book Bingers have access to me all year round. So even when they come in and they say, oh, coach, you know, as we just moved from UK to Canada, that's what I've not read for the past how many days, I smile. And I just say to them, it's okay. What's up if you're settling in? I've been able to settle in, and they will have a conversation over it. And the next thing I say is, forgive yourself. Shift from guilt to grace. The beauty of a system is that a system will always forgive you more than motivation. Because to be honest, because motivation is fleeting and emotionally built and temporal, motivation will just, the moment it fades off, you are gone. Your reading will just go. You won't be able to cope. But by the time you have built a system, it will forgive you. It will forgive you. Your habit is water. But you know, a system is your backpack. Do you know a backpack? It's full. Without the backpack, water will spill. Water will spill. So without a system, your reading habit will leak. To leak. Pack up your system. Get yourself into the Book Bingers booth. Watch your habit flow anywhere. Anywhere they take you to. Any part of the nation you move to or move from, you can survive your reading because you have a system. You have a backpack. You have a backpack. I want to give you a smart reading formula that you live with today. Reading times routine times community equals consistent growth. Reading multiplied by routine, multiplied by community equals consistent growth. Let me take that again. I want to see that math on the screen, please. Reading multiplied by routine by community equals consistent growth. Why is it that you are struggling with your reading? You had only reading. Or you even had a reading and some sort of routine that wasn't really there, but you lacked community. That's why consistent growth struggled. Because reading gives you knowledge. Routine gives you consistency. But guess what? Community gives accountability and momentum. Now, when you combine all three and your habit no longer depends on location, boom, you have hacked a consistent growth system that can never fail. It can never fail. So say this to yourself: I will read daily, no matter where I live. I will build systems that travel with me. My growth knows no borders. My growth knows no borders. That's why the Book Bingers booth exists. It's a system, it's a community for diaspora professionals like you. Anyone globally who wants to read one book 1 week, your book of choice at your time, consistently. You're wondering how it works? Join us. If you comment BPB under this video, you'll be able to join us, okay? We'll give you smart reading. Smart reading is simple: speed plus systems plus mastery, okay? And you'll be able to have peer accountability across time zones that works for you. You'll be able to build momentum that sticks no matter where you are in the world. Because guess what? Your habit shouldn't stay home when you travel. No, it's a habit that helped you in your career. So how do you want to drop it? It shouldn't stay home when you travel. Your reading system should follow you anywhere in the world. Say these words with me. I read with purpose, no matter where I live. My system travels with me. My growth is unstoppable. I am a global reader, a smart thinker, a creator of knowledge. Thank you so much for doing that. You are welcome once again to the Diaspora Fitness community. Thank you for joining in today. It's been amazing having you here. These sessions are usually not lengthy because, I know how it is working in the diaspora, okay? But I want to let you know that you can actually read every day. I'm sure what I've shown you now, you have seen that it's actually possible to read every day, even though you live in the diaspora, okay? Welcome to Diaspora Fitness. This is where relocation meets reinvention and reading becomes unstoppable. Thank you for joining in. If you want to join the community, of course, we'll have a community. And this is just one meeting with them. We'll have several meetings that are exclusive to the people in the community. If you just put the comment section, diaspora, and then you join us, or you send us an email at thesmartspeakersacademy@gmail.com. Just write diaspora to the Smart Speakers Academy@gmail.com, and we'll know that you want to join us in this community. It's been amazing having you here today. Don't forget that at 1 p.m., yes, I'll still come live again to share with you on reading. And the conversation today is an amazing conversation because today we're talking about 10 silent prisons busy professionals build around their reading and how to break out before 2026. If you're struggling with your reading, there are about 10 silent prisons that you built unknowing to you. That is the reason you're struggling with your reading. And I'll be unpacking them with you today at 1 p.m. Yes, we go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m. if you're just joining us. So set your timer, 1 p.m. I'm going to be seeing you again. And for those of you in the Diaspora Fitness community, of course, the conversation continues there. You have questions, you can go ahead and ask in the community. If you're in the diaspora and you love to build your confidence in the diaspora, then you should join us. That's what diasporfidence means. Confidence in the diaspora. The kind of confidence that travels with you any part of the world. The kind of confidence that can survive even though you're the only black-skinned person in that room. Even though I don't agree that anybody's black skin. Anyway, but you get what I mean. Thank you so much for joining in today. I'll see you all at 1 p.m. Let's converse some more in the community. This is the Smart World.